Hello ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys. Welcome to this live stream. Well, weekend was nice. Our plan was perfectly playing out. I was happy, enjoying my profits for BDC that we took it. Our USD dominance PO3 perfectly played out. And now, even on the weekend, I told you that we should not be shorting it, but we should be looking for longs on ETH because I'm damn sure ETH is likely going to go to $1,700, and it straight away went up to the 1,700 without giving me some sort of a retracement to the September value area low. So basically, we will now be evaluating our plans for every damn thing, and I'm damn sure we are very close to top for ETH. So we just have to be slightly cautious, at this point with the bear count that we have here. So first of all, let's talk about the USD dominance, guys. So how's everyone doing, guys, and how was your weekend? I hope you have relaxed yourself, and I'm damn sure 80% of you guys or people would be feeling very, very FOMO about over here, whatever you're talking about. Just give me a moment. Someone is my door. Whew. Someone was at my door, guys. Sorry to make you wait. And so the user dominance, the overall hard-term time frame plan is perfect and it's still valid. It's still bullish, guys. I told you, we are most likely into wave 2 in my point of view. Now this wave 2 is likely that we have 2 counts for USD dominance over here. And we shall be looking for both the counts that we have here. So first count is, let's say, over here. So we have 2 scenarios, and I just want to show to you both the scenarios in a very detailed manner at this point. Right now, what I'm watching here is wave 1. So this was your wave 1. This was ABC, another ABC over here, and now we are doing wave some sort of a wave C actually. And the wave C is ideally a 5 waves, guys, but this doesn't seem to me like a 5 waves at this point, but what it seems to me like a very good diagonal structure formation. The first case and the first scenario that we have for USD dominance is a diagonal. Now this diagonal is a very valid diagonal because if you see here, what you will see on the structure is this move was A, B, and C, 3 waves down. Then the pump happened in again 3 waves, A, B, and C. And then the dump happened again in a big wave A, B, and now we did a wave C. So basically in a 3 waves structure we are going. Also, if you look at from here, the diagonal fibs are perfectly aligned, because if you see here, your wave 1, it was in 3 waves. Diagonal is always 3, 3, 3, 3. I know you guys know it. So we really went to the golden pocket zone, rejected for a wave 2, and then what we did was we started going back down. We already bouncing from 1 to 72, and max it can go to 7.3% level. So basically it can still have one more push down for a wave 3, or the wave 3 is already in. Now what we are going to do likely is we're going to go for a wave 4, and remember the wave 4 is going to be very choppy. Let's say if the top is in over here, the wave 4 is likely going to go from 0.5 to 0.618, which is perfectly aligning with our October resistance. So October open resistance is likely going to be tested, and more likely, this testing is going to give us, in my view, a good long opportunities, not for BDC, not for Ethereum, but for altcoins in my view, and basically Ethereum as well. But overall, in my view, at this point, what I'm seeing so far is that, there is a possibility that we are forming a diagonal kind of a structure, over here. So basically, I'm sorry, a lot of messages are coming on the WhatsApp. I normally don't see WhatsApp. So basically, this fibs is perfectly aligning with the diagonal as well, and this can be our wave for a diagonal. So basically, we can just pump it back up, and then further move down. So November, everybody expects to dump, but November literally don't dump it up. and November actually starts with a giga pump. I mean, this is how, you know, the psychology works actually. So basically, this is our first plan that we have here for, you know, ABC move. The wave 2 is like a diagonal, and, you know, this is going to be like A, B, and a 5-wave move down for a wave C, and it's a perfect diagonal. Now, if you look at from the perspective of overall bigger fib, ladies and gentlemen, what you need to understand is you just simply have to draw the fibs from here, select the fibs, the fib retracement. Where the shit is? Yep. Come on. Yeah. So, and then from the lows to the highs. Perfect. And just select 1618. That is your invalidation of this whole count. Now, 1618 is too far. So I'm just simply going to put a bear bull zone territory, which clearly indicates that we should not be going below, you know, 1414 for a diagonal formation or for a wave C. So basically it perfectly aligns with my giga support we have at 7.27, 0.702 liquidity pool at 7.26%. You know, the lower time frame, the diagonal fib of 1414 at 7.27%, and an overall ABC fib aligning at 1414. And hey, one more important levels we have here, which, you know, which is a different perspective. I'm going to talk about it, but basically everything tells me that 7.27% is the levels where I think I'm going to give you the shorts, because, you know, those are the levels in my view. It's like a giga support resistance. Once you break down, BTC is literally gonna fly like wings, you know. It's like a, you know, Red Bull gave you wings, some sort of thing, blah blah blah, and it's just gonna fly. However, in my view, we are not gonna let it fly. We're most likely going to reject. So basically, 7.27% is a big levels for USD dominance, lot of confluence. So basically, let's try and understand that this is our first diagonal scenario that we have here for, you know, the BTC. Now let's talk about a second scenario. The second scenario is a combo, which is known as a WXY. Now normally what happens is a WXY combo, so it also means that this was your wave 1, and you know, this was your wave 1, 2, 3, ABC 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this was like a 5 waves, and this is like a simply wave 1. Now this wave 1, and after that we got a double combo ABCW, another ABCX. Now this X was the golden pocket zone retest of 1 to W, a perfect valid count for an X. And after that, the Y wave shall always be, you know, ABC. So you got a sharp move down, which is A, ABC correction for a B, and now we're going to get like a C. The C wave ends mostly around 1:1 extension, which is around 7.26%. So that was our another confluence. So you look at it, just the level 7.26%, the 1:1 extension, which is drawn from this highs to this lows, and considering this golden pocket zone to be your X, that's where you're going to get 1:1 extension fibs. So this also indicates that if the diagonal is invalid, let's say if diagonal is not likely going to play out, then what we can literally do is, this is like a WX, and inside that WX, we are more likely going to see ABC, which is like, this was your A, this was your B, and we are in the wave C at this point, or wave C is done. We are very close to 1:1 extension basically. So either the bottom is in for the USD dominance, or one more wave down to 7.27%, and I am literally going to short it. I can give you short as well, and I am going to give you shorts, because for me, the 7.26% to 7.2% level is where we are going to short the shit out of everything. Basically, my idea is not to short the BTC, but to short Ethereum, and I'm going to explain you why. Because ETH BTC hard-term time frame is bearish. I've already had the count. I've already posted it. Now, so basically, you know, USD dominance, this level 7. 0.26% to 7.27% or 7.2% is the levels where I would like to short it with my invalidation of 7.2%. So basically, if we start closing or going lower under 7.2%, we will just close our shorts. We're going to wait again for a reclaim of that levels, and once we reclaim, we're going to short it. If we not reclaim and that turns, and this 7.27 turns into a resistance, literally we're going to market long everything. I'm just going to buy Bitcoin as well in spots and let it ride, because then it would also mean that we are most likely going to go very deeper towards 5.6%. So hence, this is the count that we need to keep in mind. But for now, this is a perfect valid count. So these are the two bearish options I have at this point: a combo WXY or a diagonal. Now a bullish count over here is, and which I don't agree with it, because if there is a bullish count, you need to have 1 2 1 2, and this is not valid because this is 1 2, and if this is 1, it literally went higher above this levels, which clearly invalidates this 1 2 1 2 nesting. So now let's say if this is not 1 2 1 2, but this is some sort of a you might be saying that this is not 1 2 1 2, but it's some sort of a expanding irregular expanded flat invalid. Why? Because you see, this is, if you just draw your fibs from here to this, it literally went under 161 and even 1414. Basically that invalidates the irregular expanded flat. So you can't say this is 1 A irregular flat, B and C. No, this is not valid at all in my view. So basically now what I'm watching here is I'm looking for a nasty accumulation here like this that we have it. So basically we are most likely going to see a chop like this, probably up like this, and maybe we're just going to see where also are likely going to have some nice bounce, and then we are likely going to go up. So this is where I'm looking to short in my view, ladies and gentlemen, if we literally happen to get in. I do think we should be getting it. So right now today, I do think that we should be not FOMOing into anything, even if it's Link or Ethereum or INJ. These are the levels where you should be looking to start take profits or hedge your bets, because it's a big levels, in my view, ladies and gentlemen. So now let's talk about, so USD dominance is clear. The bullish case, I don't have any bullish case. The only bullish case, it can have it like a diagonal. So diagonal itself is a bullish case, for example. So how can that be? So that can be like we are starting a big wave 1. This was your top of something. So let's say this was like some sort of a B, C, or something like this. And this is like a wave, I don't know, maybe WXY or something. This is top of something, and we are like really going to look for more and more dump. So the dump can happen in form of a diagonal. So this is like a diagonal, and after diagonal we retest October opens, and then we start dumping. So October opens retest is likely before we look for further bounces. So that's where, in my view, I am going to look for another long opportunities if this October opens is acting as a strong resistance. For now, I have a neutral position at this point. I do think we are very close to bottoming for USD dominance. I'm not bullish, and if you feel you're very bullish, just wait for the USD dominance to break down under 7.27 or 7.26%, and maybe you can look for long. So not only breakdown, you want these levels to flip. This was a breaker, flip, breaker, flip, breaker, flip, breaker, flip. Lot of resistance at this level. This is the perfect levels where I do think the USD dominance is literally going to give a this was an accumulation and pump. Now it's like if you are testing it, it's a strong support in my view, and after a strong support of a testing, what we are going to watch it, I am expecting some sort of a accumulation and then further pump it up back, some sort of a thing. So basically it's a good strong support that we have for a USD dominance over here in my view. Now we want to we really want to long it, let it flip under, let starts closing 4-hour candle under, and then we can long with the stops above 7.4%, and you can just let it ride. Let's talk about the total crypto market cap. It perfectly went to my 0.382 Fibonacci levels. Also, what all the levels were, hold on. It reached to my 1618 as well. I need 0.702 fib for, just let me check it. I need the 0.786 and 702 fib. Okay, so this is where your ideally the waves it should be, somewhere in between. Maybe we can have slight push up, and this is where I do think we are most likely going to form a very interesting, you know, triangle structure. So you have a sharp move down. Here you have wave A, 3 waves up, ABC, another ABC, another ABC zigzag, and then we start doing another ABC zigzag, pop up, and then we look for this dump, take a liquidity, go inside, down, and then we look for a big, remember guys, when we are literally going to dump this, when we start breaking down under this, not necessarily we can go to 786. You know, if we literally hold these levels, if we literally hold these lows, it can bounce from even 935 billion as well. So what I would suggest is normally a triangle pattern, when this sort of an ascending triangle that you have it, the measure move would be around 1:1 extension, which would be from these levels to ideally 786 to maybe one, let's say 786 makes more sense to me. So I am definitely going to buy anything I can get around 786, 840 billion, and just simply going to wait for it. But this triangle structure is very valid. We are very close to topping out, and this 0.702 fib perfectly aligns with my USD dominance 7.26%. So basically this is my plan for a total crypto market cap. Remember few days back in the month of September also I mentioned that this triangle is one of, you know, the worst case scenario that we can have it, and this is now playing out. So now if this is playing out literally, so basically it also indicates that, you know, right now at this point this triangle is a very valid triangle, and I personally feel that, you know, this move is not a ABC sort of a thing, but like a WXY. So basically you can say that, you know, this move is A, B, and C, some sort of a thing on the downside. This is again, you know, ABCW, ABCX, and ABC, and we are in the Y wave. So we are most likely going to end up around 1.16 trillion. 1.16 to maybe it can go to 1.18 trillion as well. But overall, this looks to me that we are more likely very close to topping out. From the current levels, it can pump another 1.7 to 3%. So 1.7 to 3% move can likely come from here for everything overall, and after that it can literally start reversing. So right now, you know, what you would like to see over here is that total crypto market cap is still not in a bullish territory at this point. It's very bearish. Now, you know, the USDT dominance is a very crucial thing in my view. The USDT dominance ascending triangle is a very valid triangle, as you can see here, and it's a perfect triangle in my view. And this ascending triangle is you know, once it starts breaking out, once it goes for a wave 3, actually it won't stop. It's just gonna go like this, wave 3, wave 3, wave 3, and then it's gonna form a chop 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 chop. You see the gold, it did chop 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 ascending triangle, and it starts breaking down like this, and then dump. This is how it's gonna go actually for you know, BTC USD dominance once it starts stopping out. So far the ascending triangle is valid. Until it invalidates, I'm still gonna play this ascending triangle, and you know, that's where I can plan my investments. Talking about the, you know, a lot of people ask me about ETF. I also have a harmonic. I've already discussed about that harmonic for, you know, the BTC. On the CME chart, if you see, the harmonic is still pretty much valid on the daily time frame. Hold on, it's loading up. Perfect. So the wave B harmonic is valid. The bigger harmonic is here that we have. This was the harmonic that I had, you know, when we were literally in 2022. I mentioned that we are literally going to see somewhere around 12,000 for 886, because ideally the target for this harmonic is around $12,000. but it literally bounced from 836. Anywhere from 786 to 886 is the accumulation zone, and that was the reason I started buying spots bags from 16,800. Now we have another harmonic, and it's a pretty valid harmonic. For this was your wave A. In my view, this is your wave B, and we are most likely going to see the wave C at this point. Now wave C is likely going to see we can have it around 17,410, or the harmonic target is around somewhere around 18,500 or so. The worst case scenario, it can go to 14,000 or maybe even 12,900, but it's not going to go to 12,000 for sure. It's not going to go anything under 13,800 at this point. So basically this ABC is still valid. This harmonic is pretty much valid on this CME chart, and I do think that I'm just gonna play this harmonic till it invalidates. If it invalidates, I'm gonna look for another confluences. Now let's look at the Binance chart that I have it here. If you look at the Binance chart, this is the Binance spot chart that I have. I was expecting 786 to reject and come back down on the spot backs, but that's fine. We changed our plan, and then we rode to 30,000 and we longed that as well. Right now, this is more like a very good and a strong accumulation that's happening. It's a range actually on the Binance. So you see, this is like a we have a range, and yep. So the range, it swept the range highs. It is not swept the range lows. So we are having that liquidity which is pending over here. Now, not necessarily that we can go for the liquidity, but it gives me a very interesting vibe, and that vibe is like a PO3 vibe that I'm looking for. So you said this is an accumulation. You literally like in some sort of an accumulation of something. Let me assume that this is an accumulation, and there can be manipulation as well. So I'm just gonna say that range highs are here, but no, I'm just gonna put it like this. This is already a manipulation in my view, but let's say this is a bigger accumulation that we are talking about on the 3 days chart, and this is like an accumulation of something, and we can look for a further manipulation, probably somewhere around 33,000 bucks or 34,000, probably, in case when USD dominance breaks the 7.26%, just like a sweep one more time. So where was the chart? This is like an manipulation of something, and from there we go for a bigger expansion. The expansion will lead to 786. So that's like a big accumulation. Also, it goes with a theory that we have. It's known as this theory is like a very interesting bullish checkmate that we have. So the bullish checkmate, it's like you got a sharp move on the downside, and the price starts accumulating. It sweeps the lows, liquidity is taken care of, and once the liquidity is grabbed, the price starts to reverse like this, and then we further dump like this. So basically this is like a very interesting PO3 as well as a bullish checkmate. Now the harmonic that I have is a very valid harmonic in my view. So overall, the hard term time frame from the CME perspective is bullish, and there is a possibility that the way we have pumped so far and Ethereum has not pumped, which means that now we are finally preparing for a capitulation, not only for BTC but for alts. So we will exhaust bulls over here when we start going back under 25,000 bucks. So we're literally going to exhaust them one more time, go to 18,000, maybe 17,700, and then it starts finally to reverse. And when it's gonna reverse, guys, forget about this sort of an accumulation. This is literally gonna be like, in case if it goes like this, it goes in a 5 waves move down, forget about when it starts reversing, you won't get a single retracement. It's just gonna keep on doing something like this, because we have a very strong another harmonic that is likely to play out, and this is, in my view, is a very strong harmonic as well. It's like a 0.382 fib over here, very short 0.382, but fine. And I'm looking for a 786 retracement maximum to 19,000 bucks or maybe 18,500, and I'm looking for a bigger pump from here to 1618 to 1414, but looking towards more on the upside. So basically it tells me that we might be having some sort of a harmonic that we might be looking for. Now this PO3 is also a valid one, and I do think that I'm aiming for a one more push on the downside. before we literally go for a big move on the upside. Now this PO3 is valid. The PO3 targets are around 33,000 bucks, just in case if we go for a pump. And even if you want to go for a pump, I'm not gonna miss that pump for 33,000 just in case. But for now, the lower term time frame is turning bearish, because not from the BTC perspective, but from a USD dominance perspective, we are coming close to a big support of 7.27%. Even if you feel very bullish, I'm damn sure before any sort of a a new pump or like a new upside move, I'm damn sure we are more likely going to see, if let's say this whole point was wave 1, a B is irregular flat, just like a sweep of the highs, and it's gonna go for a wave C. Wave C is gonna target maximum to 1618. But if that is the case and we look for higher highs, just a sweep of the highs, take the liquidity above 30 to 293, and the highs will be 30 to 931 max. In case I'm just gonna ride it, I will be bidding 1414 1618. Anywhere in between I will be looking to bid, because then the wave C, if we are looking for higher highs, then it would mean that BTC is not going to go to 18,000, but it's going to go more likely towards 21,600 to 19,900. In somewhere in between, it's gonna end up basically, and then it would be very bullish. So basically this whole point then would be wave 1, A irregular expanded flat, wave B it's a bullish count and a POC as well, as I mentioned. And then wave C, we might just sweep the lows, adjust the liquidity, reclaim it back just a wick, reclaim it back. Everybody's gonna scream that we are going to 12k. I was right. Yes, I was right, and just starts booming up. And that move is going to be wave 1, 2, and we're going to go for a nesting. So then it's gonna be a wave 1, a wave 2, small wave 2, and boom, then it's gonna start a bull run. So that's how, in my view, it's gonna go. But the only problem is the next year, from March to April, as you know, my time fib study, I've already explained about the time fib study, the CPI versus US CPI versus gold versus Bitcoin. You remember my analysis, I did it. So that suggests that US CPI have likely, bottom out, and in my view, that we are going to see some sort of a in my view, the US CPI is likely going to see a nice pump. As you can see here, this is based on the fibs, and this is based on the analysis we did previously. The US CPI, historically, US CPI pumped from the golden pocket zone and it bottomed around golden pocket zone, and that happened literally in a year. Over here will literally happen in 1977. That is exactly the year where gold started a big bull run. It literally pumped 800%, and that way, we have a time fib study here. So basically, when it starts going here, it's gonna form like a double bottom, and when it goes there, I think gold bottoms out, and maybe one more dip on the gold, and it just starts pumping back up. So US CPI goes for not higher highs but lower highs, and it starts going down. Similarly, that pump was literally a big bull run for the gold. So I'm expecting, so BTC is also a digital gold, so I'm expecting like a double bottom sort of a thing for US CPI in coming months. And we're going to get our February 24th is the month 1618. From this US CPI time zone fifth perspective, from the lows till the highs, basically it tells us that the US CPI is with the US CPI double bottom, BTC is likely going to bottom around February 24, and it starts running back up with some news going to come out one after another after February 24. It can be EDF or anything, and it's just start picking up and another bull run happens. So US CPI, it's going to go up towards these levels of 5.85 till 2025 July, and maybe even September 2025, and it starts going back down like this one more time. So this is where BTC is gonna run up so hard, it's not gonna give you a shit about it. It's just gonna run up in the span of literally like February 24 to August or September 2025. In the span of 1.5 years, it's literally gonna pump up so hard. Just look at this gold chart. If you are not understanding what we are into at this point, just look at the gold chart, what gold literally did during 1977 of the US CPI. You literally see we are on the monthly chart. This is where a BTC, the circle is where the BTC is at the point. And after 1977, you see how gold pumped up. So basically, from the Fibs perspective, what I personally feel, and in my view, the BTC is just in a lower, it's just in like a lower degree of wave one. So basically, it means that it is just in its first decade where it's just starting get acceptance in the mainstream, market. It's like you can say traditional market, like institutions are adopting, companies are adopting, and a big financial, banks are coming in for Bitcoin. And that's where I do think, it's a big adoptions are gonna come. So the first 2018 pump was retail. Retail were getting horny and they pumped. The second pump literally happened with a smaller institutions, or I would say the crypto institutions. You have it at that point of time, and now all of them got liquidated. We don't have 3AC, we don't have Luna, we don't have, lot of institutions, those who made money in the bull run. Now they are literally went off. So they were the one who were pumping the market. Now the hand has totally shifted. They are gone, retails are gone. Now the BTC accumulation have started place with like the bigger and the real players in the market, like BlackRock, Fidelity, you have, JP Morgan, you have Goldman Sachs, and you have a lot of other big institution. How can I forget? The Sailor is literally accumulating, and Tesla is also holding the remaining BTC, position now. So lot of, everyone is expecting. So basically, gold literally pumped not only to 565 extension, it literally went to 786 extension, which is the full and final extension of an overall trend. So if you just look at here from 7.618 extension, basically, you will find it that literally gold literally went to 7618 extension around 830, literally from a bottom from here, and 780, 618 extension. If you put a similar extension on, BTC, or you can just say that BLX index, basically. So let's go to the BLX index at this point. If you just go to the Bitcoin liquidity index on the monthly time frame chart, and if you put those, over here, in my view, and even if it's fine, even if Tesla sold, it's fine, because they really need the funds. I don't care. But the BlackRock and other institutions are buying, so that's what I really am interested in. So let's say, the BLX index, if I just have to tell you, just like this, and let's say this is the bottom, we are already bottom. So if this is the bottom, guys, then your target for BTC literally goes towards, based on the gold chart, it's going to go to 565 and 761 at Fibonacci levels, which is going to send BTC to minimum target. I'm not going to give you a very hyper, I'm not expecting, 761, but 565 is a bull bear territory. It's a bull, final bull targets normally. But in case of a bigger bullish trend, we can literally go to minimum target of 320K, and 761 is around 425K. So if let's say the bottom is in, we are not going further down. This is your bottom. So BTC is going to go towards a minimum target of 320K, and 761, it can go to 422, and everybody's going to scream 500, 550, whatever. My earlier targets of 500K was with an assumption, if you watch my stream, that we are likely going to get one more wave down towards 13,800. If we happen to get that one more wave down, and just in case, if SPX starts breaking very bad, it goes to, the SPX target is $3,000. I'm just going to tell you from now, because I've been very bearish on SPX since like July and June 2023, and now it's playing out perfectly. I was flat on SPX. I've sold a lot of stocks at that point of time when we were at peak, and right now, what I personally feel it, if let's say the bottom is in, your 15,000 is your bottom, then BTC's next bull run target is somewhere between 565, and it can even go to 761, because just look at it, ladies and gentlemen. It's just like you feel that, oh my god, this is like a small, what the fuck is happening? This is like a small, a very interesting, I would say, what was that pattern, guys? What was the theory? Guys, what was the theory? I forgot. Fuck. It was in my mind, actually. what was the theory actually? When a price is having something like this, the price starts a new trend. Livermore. So it's like a Livermore theory, and the price, boom, boom, boom. Livermore theory, basically. And that's exactly what I'm watching from here. There's a point 1, 2, 3, and when I hit a point 4 here, and then we go up, pump up point 5, a small pullback, and then we started running back up, up, boom. So that's like a big Livermore theory. And after that, we're going to come back down. Of course, we're going to retest, come back down, and 100K or 85K is going to be our support. We come back here, we start accumulating for few years, and then we go up then towards $1 million. So this is like a Livermore theory on the hard-term time frame on the BLX coin index. So remember, guys, if everybody's telling you to sell Bitcoin around 120, 175 because of some wave counts or anything, I'm just going to say that if in a bigger, cycles, when we're playing a cycle, BTC just cleared its first decade. From 2011 to 2021, it just cleared its first decade, with like a proper trading actually. So even if you say that from July 10 it started trading, so 2010 to 2020, it finished its first decade, and now we are in the second decade, and I'm damn sure in this second decade till like 2030, I'm damn sure BTC is likely going to touch $500,000 and maybe more in this 10 years. In the coming, in this decade, I'm damn sure BTC is going to get a vast acceptance in across everywhere. So I do think, if you really want to make your wealth, I'm damn sure. I've told many in my community, and that basically is that BTC is likely going to go to the target of 318 minimum. My personal target is anywhere above 423. It can literally just have a pump up and will follow with a blow off top, and it's just gonna go like this. And your support at that point of time for BTC would be 1414 Fibonacci levels. So the BTC 1414 Fibonacci levels would be around 91,000. Can even go slightly under 91,000, max towards max anywhere between 1414 and 1272 bull bear fib territory. So anywhere between 91 to 84,000 will be our next support. And then after dumping from there, and then when we are seeing 15,000 as a base, this 84,000 will be our base for BTC at that point of time. Gonna accumulate. Something like this is gonna happen. A bounce from here, up, a bounce, up, and a small sweep down further, and then start reversing back towards going a target for somewhere close to $1 million in my view for BTC. So this is like a bigger pattern. It's not going to happen in the next 4 or 5 years. So, but this is likely going to happen in the next 3 years in my view. And this bigger accumulation is likely going to happen for another 3-4 years. And then we are going to likely go up like this. So basically, I do think right now that Bitcoin is literally the best asset and investment. If you are not having a wealth, this is the best investment you're going to get it for a wealth accumulation, ladies and gentlemen. You can wait for $8,000, you can wait for $10,000, you can wait for $12,000. I'm not gonna wait. I'm literally holding BTC from $16,800, and I'm not even hedged it, because my target and my focus is this 565 and 761. I literally want to buy more. I'm just holding 25% BTC spots at this point with an average of 16,800, and I don't have any coin margin contracts long as well. So I want to anywhere close to 20k, anything under 20k, as I mentioned on the on the BTC chart. In case if you go for irregular expanded flat, in case if you go for that irregular expanded flat, I do think 19.9 is going to be your support for BTC at that point of time, and which is going to give you an interesting long opportunity and the final long opportunity for the bigger bull run for BTC actually. So everybody's gonna wait for maybe 11k, 12k, and maybe even they're looking for a spring inside. I'm telling you guys, let's say what can go wrong. So you have a spot, so you only have $1,000 just in case. Start buying from anything under the sweep of lows, but I would say don't wait for the sweep of lows. Buy from the 161 at 19,900. In case if it's sweep, go all in till 18,500. So let's say you average around $19,000 as well. You literally got a good average of 19,000. Just give me a moment. Someone just came at my door. Fucking shit. Bloody. So basically, this is what I expect. ETF, and honestly, I think ETF is just going to be, in my view, a sell-off event. So it might give you that dip in my view if ETF approved, because I was just analyzing. The maybe what might literally happen is that we literally go for something like this. Let's say we go here and we start reversing, and ETF comes up. Let's say in we are literally here, and ETF news, we pump up, and ETF news start coming in February. It's gonna be a sell-off event. So basically, we're going to see something like this for a wave 2. So this is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. That's ETF's news is like to be a sell-off event, and we need to find and hold these levels, and then we can go up. Why? Because why I think it's likely going to be a sell-off event, because what's literally bugging me is if you look at the CME chart, when at the time CME was launched, we literally topped out. BTC topped out when CME was launched in 2018. So after that, we just started dumping. It was like the first CME, it was huge at that point of time. CZ really worked hard. It really worked hard at that point of time to bring that CME for BTC as well as ETH. Not only CZ, the Bitfinex team also really worked hard for this thing actually. But what happened? It was like a sell-off event, and it literally started dumping like this after a CME launch. So I don't know actually, and CME and ETF both are not that different. It's like it gives institutions to hedge or give longs and shorts, basically opportunities to their investors based on the BTC spots they're gonna hold basically. So I don't know basically what it's gonna give at this point, but based on the historical trend, only from the BTC chart perspective, I'm not saying what gold did. Yes, when gold had an ETF approved, it pumped like 300 to 400%. I know that. But looking to the CME chart that we had, literally BTC started dumping. It literally was a 20K. Ideally, the CME should have, pumped up further. But look at, CME literally started dumping and dumping and dumping. This is what CME started doing. So I don't know what's if ETF is gonna literally pump up or dump up. I'm just gonna play my technical analysis, and when and if I get an opportunity to buy BTC around these levels, I am literally gonna hold it. No hedging, nothing. I'm just gonna build my coin margin contracts for max 2x leverage, and after confirmation even can go for 3x. Just gonna let it ride till my final target of 420k. Because if you simply gonna start catching every bounce and every bottoms and tops on BTC, you are going to get wrecked in between, because you're going to literally miss the big pump, and I don't want that. I will give you a lot of trades in between, where longs and shorts and everything. I'm gonna give that. Even yesterday on the we took profits at $30,000 if you remember on BTC long. It was a nice trade, and after that on a Friday, what did I mention? We are going into the weekend, relax, no shorting. We are not gonna short, and we're gonna be focusing on longing ETH and ALS. The ALS that I was having on mind was Link and INJ, and Solana. Of course, it really went it up, perfectly played the plan. Now, Ethereum, it did retrace on the Saturday when I mentioned that it's having a lower term time frame, rising wedge. If you look at here on the 15 minutes chart, it literally had it, and it just gave us a small push down. So this was a rising wedge that I was talking about. This practically, and it just went down, swept the lows, took the liquidity here for the wave 4 around 1621, 1620. I wanted to long here, but as even if you would have longed the September POC reclaim, it would have been nice. I mean, this was like a clean 4% move, 4.5% move basically. So our target for ETH was, as I mentioned, 1700 was our target. It has reached now, so we literally need to have patience. It can go still 1721 for this B wave. But remember, we were bullish. We also long, if you remember, this lows, we booked profits around these levels for the ETH. A lot of good trades we took this month on BTC and ETH alone, and our analysis with respect to ALS was perfect as well. And now I do think, at this point, don't rush. USD dominance is going to very big levels. The shorts, well, where 7.26% is going to be triggered for our shorts. So don't keep on asking where do we short. I've already told you USD dominance going to 7.26% is the levels where we'll be aiming for shorts. Till then, any bounces we get for USD dominance, in my view, is for longing ALS and ETH maybe, because Ethereum can literally have that one more push. Now that the money have started rolling from BTC to ETH, I'm damn sure that the money will also start flowing from ETH to the ALS like XRP. And so XRP, my plan is still same. I'm expecting 60 cents minimum and can even go to 63 as well. But a pump on XRP is likely going to come, which is going to take around 12% to 14% pump on XRP. Any retracement that we're going to get likely towards 0.5 to 0.507 is for longing XRP in my view. This is like a bear flag and it's a very valid one. EGLD is looking great. It started reversing and I am looking for, buying again once it starts reclaiming this red zone. So red zone is like a dead zone for EGLD. We have rejected multiple times. And once this zone, basically, it starts recapturing, it starts flipping back, I'm going to buy it here and we look for a breakout. And the breakout is going to be very big in my view, $52. So EGLD, I'm going to rebuy again around these levels once it starts flip back. And I'm going to ride it for 49 to maybe 180% move on the EGLD. It's a perfect levels for EGLD. Talking about INJ, it went up and it's not, as I mentioned, don't short it. It's not going to come down now. And it's just going. This green box is now torn as a strong support. And I'm damn sure it's not going to end. If you get any retest of 9.5, take it. It's going to go up to 11.3, come back down, again double the bottom or double top, come back down, accumulate, and then we start going further down. This is where a wave 1 is going to end for INJ. So $12 is what I'm aiming for INJ, and this is a perfect ascending triangle. We nailed this ascending triangle. I'm really happy with this move. So basically, I do think INJ is going to run up. Link, ladies and gentlemen, is again a bullish. Literally went to my target. Minimum target was $11. But I'm not happy with this, Link, because I wanted that retest of 8.1 basically before going up. It literally went up fine. Right now, what I see is that we have closed the first daily closure above this range highs. Price was accepted. The breakout was big. So any retest that we can get on, Link around 9.6 is where I'm looking to long for a further run up towards 12.3, maybe somewhere around this zone for a Link. So I'm expecting a retest of 9.6, 9.7, long it. And because, the wave 4 is not done, this is like a bigger wave. Maybe this can be A and this can be B. But let's say this is 1, 2. Then you have 1, 2. Maybe this is 1, 2. And we are in the wave 3, 4. And we're going to have wave 5. Come back down. Again, push up. And it can literally go to $15 as well. The bigger target is here. This is my primary target for the Link. But we're going to play levels on levels. So looking for longs on Link on a pullback to 9.7 to 9.8 with my stops literally under 9.4, and it's gonna be hard stop loss, manual stop loss, and my target is gonna be $12 or so for Link. Talking about the gold, guys, the indicator, I don't know how many of you guys are using the price action. A lot of people are using it, posting it under as well. INJ, I literally took around 7 trades on INJ just by not even using my mind, simply using indicator. It was so perfectly giving the trades on indicator, so perfect. The indicator was so perfect. So use indicator, guys. INJ gave a lot of trades on INJ, Solana, even BTC, Ethereum. Use it on, if you really want to region scalp, use it for 5 minutes. I've explained a video how to use, engulfing candles, pin bar candles along within Confluence, with the Church or Boss. How the Boss EXT is gonna help you identifying swing failure patterns, and how basically the fibs are gonna help you get better entries. It's not 100% win rate indicator, but 70% win rate is really good. And if 10 out of 7 trades are winning trades, and if you're managing your trades, every trade gives you minimum 2 hour. So far it's minimum 2 hour, and if you can ride it, hold the trades with the stops and profits, many trades even go up beyond 7 hour as well. And that way you can literally make a abundance of money by doing nothing. Just simply follow this algo. So INJ, the price action algo is really good. Gold, I'm going to take this short on based on the price action algo. We have chalk formed here. It's a very valid chalk in my view. I'm gonna start shorting from 1980 or maybe even, because you have a fair value gap, you have OB. I can even look for 1982, a short from 1982 till 1984 with my stops above 1991, and I'm aiming for 2R whenever 2R comes. So this is where I'm going to short it based on the indicator. I'm just gonna short the swing failure pattern around this order block, and I'm gonna DCA till 1984, and my stops would be here. So let's say my average would be somewhere around 1983, and my 2R at that point would be around here for 1965. That's what I'm aiming for. You know, the gold, it's giving me that trade on gold right now at this point, so I'm gonna take it for 5 minutes time frame. If you look at the 15 minutes time frame as well, that's what I was even watching. The 15 minutes time frame is still bullish, but it has broken the structure. You know, it got a nice bounce for this boss EXT. You know, if you just do a replay over here like this, sorry, so this is what, let's say this was the gold chart, and you had a boss EXT, a very valid boss EXT. So what it do is, now it's telling me that, you know, we have a fair value gap, a golden pocket zone, but we have an order block from 702 fib till the lows, and we have a bullish engulfing candle as well at that point. Also we have naked POC at 1977, so it makes sense to you know, maybe long around 702, and it goes to 786. If you know, you should literally be longing it. Your stop should be under the order block, so you keep it that way, or best you can keep it around the lows as well, and you should be aiming for, you know, 2R at this point. So this is where you should be aiming for 2R for, you know, gold, and just wait for the price to come back to those levels. And once it comes back, fills you, you know, literally when it starts filling you, it bounces from these levels for a bullish pennant. It gives you, and it make you almost 1R, close to 1R. You can move your stops, or you can take partial profits, and even if it bounces here, you can ride it with the stops at break even. Or let's say if you don't want to ride it with break even, then it might hit your stops as well. But if you really want to increase your risk reward or increase your profitability, you can ride with stops at break even, or you can secure at least 1R. You should be securing when it literally went here, and that way you can ride it. So you can really make 1R, or you can you know, don't lose anything when the trend starts shifting it. So that way you should be, you know, using the indicator actually, and you again got a bullish pennant, and that way, you know, you wait for the trend to shift on the lower term time frame, and when the trend started shifting, you should be looking for trades based on fibs and everything. Now there is a small update. The new indicator is going to be coming, not new indicator, but the updates on the current indicator is coming. Only thing is the new logics are coming in here. We got a new logic, chalk S, added. Also another logic that is coming, a liquidity pool. It gives you where are the big liquidity on the BTC here. The $1 is going to give you a sign that it's a huge liquidity pool. A single dollar is going to give you a sign that yes, it is a liquidity pool, but not that huge, but it's a liquidity pool. The $1 sign, when it gives you, it's a very high likely that that liquidity is likely going to be taken care of at some point of time. Maybe not now, maybe not, you know, on the spot, but at some point of time. And that is a new update that we have, and we have improved. We have given a lot of options to change color of fair value gap, to change color of order block. You can have multiple order block on same time frame. So basically right now, the order block you're going to see on the chart, you're going to see order blocks for like 5 minutes on the chart. Okay, so you see the 5 minutes order block are here. But let's say you also want 1 hour order block. So you can simply select the 1 hour here, and it's also going to display the 1 hour order block along with the 5 hours, so that it gives you more and more and more confluence. Basically, you know, you can simply play when you have a timeout error or something, you can simply do this, and it will go away, because there are huge calculations in the back happening, and the load have increased, and that's why. You see, it will also give you where are the 1 hour order block. Now, the higher the darker the color of the order block indicates that it's a big levels, and likely we're going to see some good bounce from those levels. That way we have designed it. Yeah, you have an order block. Basically, you have the fibs. You can change colors of the fib, and most importantly, you have everything, every levels you need over here. So you have, you know, previous week high, low, mid. You have previous month high, low, mid. You have previous quarter high, low, mid. You have previous year high, low, mid. You have Monday, developing Monday high, low, mid. And you also have weekly open, monthly open, quarterly open, yearly opens. Everything is going to come here. You can change the, you know, you can literally change the basically color and everything of the lines. And then you have EMA, yeah, daily EMA 50 and 200 and weekly EMA 50 and 200 on the same chart. You can get every damn thing, so that it helps you to see what are the levels we are dealing with and how the Monday low and Monday highs are developing it. And right now, you know, it's also going to tell you that where the previous week highs, what is the current weekly open. Basically, this is going to be a good levels in my view if you're holding it for a scalp. Even the Monday mid, which is a developing Monday mid, which is forming, it's now acting as a strong support. You also have a 5-minute OB and also 1 hour OB, if I just show you a few minutes back. And also you have, you see, it gives you every levels. On the same chart, you can, on the 5 minutes chart, you can get the bigger support and resistance of EMA 200 and EMA 50 over here. The white line is EMA 50 daily, EMA 50 weekly. So that way you can also plan your scalps based on those higher term time frame levels. You can, you know, basically, and you know, basically it's gonna be like, it's gonna give everything. It's a power pick indicator. Now, also, if you're trading on 5 minutes, but you want to see that what the higher term time frame, higher term time frame looks like, whether they are bullish or bearish. For that, we have screener over here on the right time frame. You can change the time frame from the screener from here. You know, you can make it like you really want like 15 minutes chart, you can have it. You want to have 1 hour chart, you can have it. You can have 4 hours chart, you can have it. You just need to change the pivot periods till basically 2 hours chart. You should be using 5. For the rest, I've already updated in my group community. For 4 hours, you can use like 21. And this is where on the 5 minutes time frame you will get 15 minutes is bullish, 1 hour is bullish. You have boss EXT, 1 hour is again having boss EXT, 4 hour is also having boss EXT. So overall, hard some time frame, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour is still bullish. So basically, it's telling me that, you know, the dips are for buying on the 5 minutes time frame. So that's what you should be doing it. I've just for now I've just removed this chalk S and everything. But basically, you can also have the fair value gap. You can, you really want only 5 fair value gap. You can change it to 5. You can have it if you really want. OB as also 5. You can have it. It will give you the nearest OB from the price perspective, so that you can get a best levels. The order block concepts are slightly different than what the normal order blocks you're gonna get it outside. But our order block logic is also having order block based on the fair engulfing candles and a pin bar candles. The engulfing candle logic is totally I have built it, and if you put it, I've also showed you what the trading view engulfing candles gives lot of fake outs. My engulfing candle don't give a fake out. It perfectly accurately captures it. So it is really hard work that I've put it in this. I'm sorry guys, I cannot give access manually. This indicator is only for the premium members. For my community, it's for free of them. It's completely free for them, no extra charges. Whatever the new updates that I'm going to add to this indicator, it's for you. Also, we have another indicator, TMV RSI screener. This RSI screener also helps you in identifying, in telling you that, the price is going to the biggest support. The RSI is going to the biggest support and resistance. It's gonna paint the candle at white like this, and it tells you that the price is likely in the coming push. The price is, or from here, the price is likely going to reverse, and that's where you can plan your. It gives you more and more confluence basically to build your trades. And also have a screener basically. You can also have this screener for multiple time frames. The green color indicates that the price is under the RSI is under 50, and it's going close to the support levels. So from 50, the support level is 31 points away. So till it goes very close to support, wait for it to buy. But it's telling me the total crypto market cap on the 15 minutes is likely going to be a buy. Also on the 4 hour and daily time frame, it's red, which means that the RSI is going to a big resistance levels. It's above 50 and it's going to resistance levels. As and when it goes close to 0, which means that this is the perfect time for you to start exiting and build short positions, you know. So if you are a premium members, you just go to the get access channel, request your input your trading view, and the bot is going to give you an access. And if you have you know, allowed messages for the community, the bot is also going to give you a DM that look, you have been given an access to an indicator. So the bot is also going to DM you as well, both the indicators. The third indicator, which is in pipeline, and it's a good, and the last indicator for my development, for my community, for a trading view, which is likely going to be a big update. They know it, guys. I'm not going to declare anything for now. Once my target is to finish it by end of this month or max first week of November and release it as well. That indicator is going to complete the whole trading thing, and that indicator is going to be very powerful along with the price action indicator to plan your swings, to plan your everything. I mean, you just don't need anything to draw. You have everything over here. And there are few indicators available in the market, but they are very costly. I'm giving it for like cheap, dirt cheap, for my community, free of cost for the premium members. I did not promise anything when they joined the community. The community basically, but all those things are coming. One more announcement I would like to do is my divergence bot is complete, and by this week it's going to be live. The divergence bot is going to give divergences on various time frames for various assets and for various divergences, basically like RSI, stochastic, or OBV. You have MACD histogram, and you have most important thing is CVD, cumulative volume delta. So all these 5 type of divergence, you're gonna get it in one place. The bot is gonna give you push notifications every 2 minutes if it finds divergences in the market. It's gonna find for you, and that took almost 2 months for development, but I'm damn sure it's gonna be worth it for you guys. Very helpful. It's again, that is also going to be free for everyone, no charges. You don't have to do anything. You just, the premium members, you just have to join the premium community. It's just $21. Everything you're gonna get it for free. I'm not charging. I'm not gonna increase it for now. I want to keep it that way so that everybody can afford it. You also don't have to do anything extra. No, nothing. I mean, just simply join it. You're gonna get access to it. That's all you need to do it. I won't ask anything. That, you know, join the Bybit, join using this link, blah blah shit. But the third indicator that I'm gonna release, it's a big indicator, and that indicator is slightly going to be for the pro premium roles only, but rest of the things for everyone. So that's all, guys, and this is my this is my live stream and my updates and thoughts on the overall market. So just wait for my new calls. Last week was amazing, and I'm damn sure that this week also we're gonna kill it. And let's wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna connect probably in the London stream or London session, or maybe in the evening session, or maybe in the London session with a private stream. This was a public live stream, so we're gonna connect in the private stream, you know. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice day, and take care, guys. Cheers.